welcome back to my channel, and as you can tell, I am finally doing my first Halloween tutorial. It's like a few days left till Halloween and I may be a little too late, but you know, oh well, we're just gonna make this work. So I am barefaced right now because I'm just gonna do from beginning to end. Black Swan is like one of my favorite movies. It's really cool, it's really intricate, and I love that movie. I love the ballet, I love the Swan Lake Ballet, and I love how they play the movie. It's like parallel with the actual Swan Lake story, so I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know what I'm using beforehand. So the last from Party City is some white grease, paint, facial, whatever, and then some cream. We're gonna play around with it, see which one I like. I have just some translucent powder, some white powder, and I'm also going to be mixing like two of my lightest foundations as well, just because I don't want to look that pasty. I'd rather just like this part be more white, because if you've seen the movie, that's mainly how it is. And I've watched that movie so many times. I know it inside and out. I have an array of different silver eyeshadows. So this one's Colourpop. I'm going to be using this one as my base for the remainder of the look, and then setting it with these two foiled eyeshadows from NYX, Tin and Smoke and Mirrors. So yeah, sit back, relax. If you want to try this out for Halloween, then go ahead and break out your makeup. You know what I mean. So yeah, go ahead and keep watching. I'm priming my face using the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Primer and saying a prayer. Then I'm taking the grease makeup and just applying a whole bunch of it in a lot of layers. And you want to keep adding on a whole bunch of layers until you find your perfect shade of pasty whiteness. From there, I'm using the Ben Nye Clown White Powder and attempting to set this powder. But honestly, like, look at how it doesn't even move. Seriously. Me when I don't get my way. I'm just going to continue applying some translucent powder mixed with that clown white with the huge brush. That's the Morphe RO brush. And with the R11 brush, also from Morphe, I'm applying Liberty, which is a beautiful metallic silver color. Just apply that all over the lid, everywhere that we're going to be covering. And then using a angled liner brush, I'm going to be making the shape of the eye, and then just darken and make the line a little bit thicker. At this point, it really doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to go in with some liquid liner later on and really define that line, make it super, super black. I'm also using a really small detailed liner brush just to make sure that everything is nice and precise. And from there, I'm going to start on the inner corners of my eyes, making sure that it's super dark, and tight lining my waterline. Obviously, the Black Swan in me is starting to come to life, and I couldn't be more excited at this point. Yes, honey. Okay, this is the fun part. So I'm using the NYC black liquid liner and a really thin eyeliner brush. This is from Morphe. I think it's like the M250. I don't even remember. But anyways, it's just a really thin, very precise eyeliner brush. And as you can see, I made two distinct lines on each eye, and that just gives me a basis for where I'm going to be applying the rest of the lines on my eyes. Remember, this does not need to be perfect. It's all about your interpretation. And honestly, I love this look because you really can't mess it up. If if you make it too thick, you just add another line and you connect it. It's all about just having fun and expressing your creativity, and I love it. As you can start to see, like, where the brow is, I'm already starting to see like the kind of feather-like look come to life, and I'm living. I'm living. From here, I'm just going to be working on the flicks, or the little wings on the outer corners. We're going to go in later on and add a little bit more detail either way, but you really want to make sure that you have a lot of flicks in the outer corner of the eye. So I already completed one eye and I am using just the NYC liquid liner. It does have a little bit of a thicker brush, so that's really going to help me get the placement of the lines that I want. And then with the more detailed brush from Morphe, that's where I'm going to really be putting in a lot of the detail, and you're going to see that coming up. So I'm filling in the majority of the places with my brush, but it's not quite there yet. So I'm going to be taking, again, that really small detailed liner brush, and that's basically where I'm going to be filling in those gaps with a tiny precision detailed brush. It's just really going to help me just put those extra little lines that the other brush may be a little bit too thick to place. And you just keep filling in those lines until you have your desired effect. Obviously with me, I'm not stopping until I look like the cover of the movie. By the way, I'm not going to be using lashes for this look. I think that this look is perfectly fine without them. I am just going to apply a lot of black mascara. Okay, so my lines are done. Now I'm going to go back in with a flat definer brush and Colourpop Liberty, and I just really want to kind of redefine those silver little strokes, especially on the outer corner. I want to make sure that I have those little wings going in. Then I'm grabbing my NYC liner again and just going over the black, anything that that may have been covered by the silver. I just really want to enforce that black and make it nice and sharp. Yes, Black Swan, come to life. Okay, so using a very small contour brush, I am making a very distinct line with Benefit Hoola Bronzer. From there, I'm also going to grab the third shade on the NYX contour kit and a tapered contour brush, and I just want to kind of reinforce that contour line. I want it super, super sharp. I'm now grabbing another contour brush, and this one's a little bit flat and it's a little bit fluffier, and that is just helping blend out that contour line. And then I'm going to reinforce that contour with a little bit of white. Yep, I want it that sharp. And I'm just using a very small eyeshadow brush just to clean it up and make it super, super sharp. No big deal, just typical office makeup, everyday makeup. That's it. Taking another Colourpop product, this is Creature Lip Pencil, and I'm going to apply that on my lips. Who would have thought? From there, I'm going to be using the Ultra Matte Lip in LAX. It's a beautiful color. Then you put your headpiece on and get into character, and that is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more looks.